Hi, this is going to be my video review of the Ultimate Travel Set. So if you've been following my YouTube channel for a while, you've noticed that over the last several weeks, I've been putting up a lot of videos covering these two particular bags. The Saddleback 15-inch Lincoln briefcase and the Saddleback 18-inch rimini duffel. Both of which I've said time and time again are amazing travel companions. I decided to do a dedicated video discussing exactly what is so special about these two group of bags. If you know me, I have a lot of bags. You will in the upcoming weeks, months, and likely years, as well as looking at my previous videos, see that I've reviewed a lot of bags that I myself use on a regular basis to travel. So what makes these bags unique compared to other bags? I've gotten my travel bags down to 3 main sets, and I really like my bags to match in color. It's just something that's really important to me. So my bags tend to follow under themes of color. So the previous set I was using before I got this was a modified squared briefcase made by Saddleback Leather. The modification was made by men over at Leatherwork. Great website. They do a lot of modifications. Problem with the squared backpack is the backpack itself, by itself, is a great travel companion, is good for weekend trips, but is far too large to fit under a seat in front of you. Any bag that Saddleback makes that's smaller than the square, I find to be just too narrow to use regularly. If you look at my review of my tank backpack, I run into this issue. It's really narrow and really, really deep, making it very difficult to access any parts you need. My other bag that I go with it, that if I can get away with it and use as my check-in bag or carry-on bag, is this Floto Roma duffel that I have. I like it. It's a nice bag. It's easy to use. It's made of very, very tough vegetable tan calf skin, so this is not going to scratch. But I don't totally love the look of the leather. I am a fan of the dusty leathers. So it's a bag that I like to use a lot. I'll use it pretty often. It is decently well designed, though I do find that the duffel works a little bit better in terms of organization. It's just, it doesn't have as much height to it, which allows me to access all of my stuff a little bit easier. The third set I have, that's basically I've kept because I love the bags, not because they're easy to use, and they almost always only go with me on car trips where I know I can baby the bags. They are the Saddleback Leather tobacco colored side pocket duffel, which is the one I refer to when we talk about having a lot of straps to undo. This one has 5 straps to undo to get into the bag itself, which I find incredibly frustrating. It's also really heavy, really ungainly, and difficult to carry for long distances through an airport. The tobacco color also scratches and picks up scuffs really easily and stains, which makes it really frustrating, and you have to be super careful with the bag. Because the side pocket duffel is so heavy, the carry or personal bag that I use to go along with it is actually the thinnest bag that Saddleback makes, which is the laptop bag. It is a tiny briefcase. I really, really like this bag, but you can't carry a whole lot in it. By definition, it literally can only carry your laptops, and if you're lucky, depending on the size of your laptops, you may be able to fit your charger into it. And the reason I have to use such a small bag to go with my side pocket duffel is the duffel tends to be so incredibly heavy that if my personal item is anything heavier than a very small bag that I carry with me, it just becomes way too much to walk through an airport. Unless you're at some private airport where you can go straight to the plane. If you have to go through security, stand in lines to lug those bags with you, walk down a terminal, the combination of a side pocket duffel with anything heavier than just a laptop bag is way too much. Which brings us to this set. There's so many perfect things about this set. I've talked a lot about the weights of these bags specifically. So I went ahead and I weighed these bags to get you a better idea of exactly what I mean. The Lincoln briefcase itself is 4.4 pounds, and the duffel is an amazing 1.8 pounds. This isn't saying that they skinned in any aspect of creating it or the leather or the production. I think what this means is these bags were very much designed to do a job and do the job well. This briefcase does a great job fitting underneath the airline seat in front of you. The 5.5-inch size fits underneath any plane seat that you can find. I've not been able to find a single plane seat on any domestic carriers, even the budget airlines, that I could not fit this bag under. It's also very functional and it has a very easy to use back pocket that fits a whole sheet of paper. It has a single gusset opening in the center that allows you to organize whatever you want to bring, however you want to organize it. It doesn't ask you a lot of questions and force you to confine your objects that you're bringing to specific shapes and sizes that the designer wanted. This is a no-nonsense bag and made of absolutely gorgeous leather. The Duffel. The Duffel is a tried and true design that's been used for years and years, from the military on to people who travel a lot. It gets work as gym bags and heavy duty bags to travel bags. And the reason it works is because the design is classic. Very much like how briefcase designs tend to be fairly similar when we talk about leather bags. I feel like carry-on bag designs all kind of gravitate around two basic designs: a duffel design and a square kind of rolling bag design. The duffel design I like more because it allows you to design a bag without a lot of structure. So it makes it collapsible. So this bag can kind of easily conform to shapes of wherever you need to do. When you're shoving this in an overhead compartment and you're trying to shove it between two massive bags, the fact that your bag can deform a little bit makes everyone's life a little bit easier, and the flight attendant isn't moving this bag further back in the plane to accommodate other passengers' bags, which I love. The zipper gives you easy access. So instead of having to use 6 separate zippers or straps to get into the bag, you have one zipper. The zipper doesn't have to go over the edge and the side to open the bag fully like it does on the Floto Roma briefcase. Because it uses a classic duffel design, the depth of the bag is shallow enough that just this degree of opening allows you to access everything you need in the bag. Therefore, these two bags, though the cheapest bags I have for travel, have become my favorite bags that I bring along with me on every trip. The leather has held up great. It is beautiful. It's gorgeous. It, doesn't stain, doesn't, get destroyed, and it has that beautiful soft touch quality to it. Can't say enough about these two bags. If you're looking for a travel set of a personal item in a carry-on of beautiful leather that you can abuse, that work really well, and that are designed with one job in mind, I cannot recommend these bags enough. Again, this has been my special video review of my ultimate travel set, which I highly recommend would in your set include the 15-inch Lincoln briefcase and the 18-inch Rimini duffel, both made by Copper River Bag Company.